Hello, fellow classmates. Welcome to my world here in Ohio. I wanted to take a few minutes to explain a little more about my story and how it unfolded. Um, uh, After reading the article, there was some things that really resonated with me. First off was the four microbiomes that are represented in Black Hills. So that story in itself started a few years ago. I was on a trip with my father, kind of an epic, once in a lifetime adventure. Dad and I, my dad's retired, and we decided to drive out to Montana to visit my brother, which is a pretty good road trip coming from Ohio area. So on the way back, we had stopped in the Rapid City area, Black Hills area, and we found a state park there that was home to a lot of deciduous trees. And I was just coming back from the west, I was kind of perplexed that that kind of ecosystem existed where it was. It reminded me of home, and I was both fascinated and confused. So I don't know if that was kind of a seed that led me to eventually applying at Black Hills, but either way, it has worked out well. And as I learn more and more about the area, I feel like it's reminiscent of Ohio. So, in saying that, in the article they mentioned some understory trees, and one of those trees is a bur oak. And behind us we have a white oak, which is in the same family as the bur oak. The bur oak is in the white oak family. So the two trees are very similar. And still, again, very fascinated by the fact that you could have a western ponderosa pine growing with this eastern deciduous tree. So that really resonated with me, and the story, just kind of began to tell itself. The diversity that we've been learning about, and the biodiversity, and how it captures a lot of important aspects with looking at ecosystems and our philosophies of managing natural areas, rather than focusing on particular species. We've learned that managing for biodiversity is a strong leverage point, because it's kind of an umbrella effect where it starts protecting many other species besides the one thing that we're focusing on. So I think, just to wrap this up, I don't want to give away all the details because I want you to read my story. And towards the end, I do talk about kind of what I feel like is a paradox. We through community conservation, we want to integrate people with wild areas. And we have a state park here that's about 15 and 20 minutes away, even though it kind of looks like a state park here sometimes. But it's a great place to escape. One main reason is there's always projects to do at home, and when I get up there I can't do those things, and I'm forced to kind of decompress, and that's very valuable. And those areas that I do that probably the best are very quiet and fairly isolated. So the struggle for me, and some questions that were eventually posed, where that's kind of a dilemma. Like, we want to have these areas protected, we want to embrace the people culture aspects into the wilds, but we don't want to spoil those spaces. So I think that's a major challenge going forward. So how do we do that? And I think that's just one of the challenges that we're going to continue to face. So without further ado, please check out my story, and talk to you all later in class. Thank you.